Hi friends, as you might have been able to tell, we are here to talk about Patreon. I've had people in my comments and in my DMs asking about Patreon for quite a while now, and I always said that I would get to it when I hit 10,000 subscribers, which I kind of thought would never happen, but that happened back in February. So I started planning and note-taking, and now finally 6 months later, I come to you ready to just start the thing. What I've come to love more than anything about YouTube is the community aspect, and that's what I want even more of with this extension into Patreon. And by extension, I do mean really just a furthering. I'm gonna give the obligatory line here of don't worry, nothing is going to change on YouTube. There will still be on average a video per week put up on this channel, but actually that's not even true. YouTube is also gonna be gaining a brand new, totally free, fun, community-based thing, but I'll get to that in just a minute. But first, before anything else, before I go into details, before I explain anything, I'm gonna say this again at the end of the video, but I wanna say it here in case any of you skips the outro. If you are going to join a Patreon, mine or anybody else's, please sign up on a laptop, desktop, web browser on your phone, anything except for the app. If you have an iPhone and you sign up via the app, like the actual app itself, it charges you an extra, I think 30% fee, and that's a fee that goes straight to Apple, not to the creators. You will still be able to use your app just like normal, but when you initially sign up, use a web browser of any kind. And that way you're saving yourself the extra $3, $4, $5 a month. Anyway, like I was saying, the most fun and exciting aspect of this for me is the furthered sense of community. So when I was setting this up, I wanted to make sure that all tier levels had that furthered sense of community. So tier 1 will have access to live streams and sprints, which is perhaps what I am the most excited for. I've only ever been live on the internet one time, which was really fun after the initial 5 minutes of like blacking out from anxiety. And over the past year or two, I've really loved joining other creators' live sprints. It's so much fun to be able to talk to everyone in there, and it feels more like you're having a FaceTime with a friend kind of a situation. I didn't even know what sprints were until like 2 years ago, so if you also don't know what they are, they're basically live streams that you host to create a sense of accountability amongst a group of people. It's kind of like body doubling to the extreme. You have this live stream, you chat for a little bit, then you do a 45-minute sprint where everyone reads their book or does chores or does work or does something that they have to do. We all keep each other accountable. And like I said, I've loved joining other people's live streams, and I'm so excited, nervous, but mostly excited to do live streams of my own, to have reading sprints of my own. So I'm gonna be doing reading sprints, but I also wanna be doing different types of live streams. I am a trivia demon, so I definitely wanna host trivia nights at some point. And I can take recommendations so we can all figure out what other types of live streams we can be doing. Tier 1 also has access to the private Discord community, which was perhaps the hardest part of this to set up because I didn't know a single thing about Discord. I still only know a few things about Discord, but I have gotten the whole thing set up. I did my research, I got some help, and I think that I have set up a cute little space in there for all of us. But again, there will be a suggestion box, so if we want to switch anything up, if we want to add more channels, whatever it is, suggestion box is there. So tier 1 gets access to the Discord community as a whole, but they won't have access to the private channels that have to do with the things that only tier 2 or tier 3 have access to, obviously. So whatever tier you wind up being in, you'll only be able to see those channels in the Discord. Tier 1 also gets access to updates, sneak peeks, behind the scenes which round out the reasons that I have it labeled as the tier you want to be in if you're only there for community. Now, tier 2 is where you go if you yearn for book clubs and content with a capital C. 3 very important things live in tier 2, and those are the exclusive Patreon-only videos, the book club, and the film club. The exclusive videos are pretty self-explanatory. There will be at least one per month. Also, by the time you're seeing this announcement, there will already be one up there. One that I'm going and filming immediately after this. What I will not be promising is early access to videos. I refuse to be the person who overpromises and underdelivers, and I pretty regularly am finishing up videos at 5 a.m. when they get posted at 9 a.m. So if the only thing that you care about is early access to videos, this is probably not the space for you. Now, for the clubs, which I am so excited about. My tagline on most of my socials is very bad taste, very good time. And that mostly comes from my movie watching habits. If you haven't been here for very long, you might not know this, but I love mid movies. I love The Meg. I love Under Paris. Can I name any that aren't about sharks? I love any pre or post-apocalyptic Gerard Butler movie. Any stupid movie where The Rock saves the world. So while I can't claim that I have good taste, I am always having a good time. Therefore, our book club is called Good Times Book Club, and for movies we have Bad Taste Film Club. Here are the posters. I worked for a very long time on them. I spent forever agonizing over the details. I hope you like them. I tested out the book club poster being orange, but Instagram voted for the green. We will be watching at least one movie together per month, but after I take a vote and see what everyone is interested in, I am more than happy to push that number higher. We could do one good movie per month and one mid movie per month if anyone else is a shitty movie lover. Tier 2 will also have voting power over which movies we watch together. So if there's anything that you want to force me to watch or that I want to force you to watch, we have the opportunity to do that to each other. Bad Taste Film Club will also be doing TV show watch-alongs when appropriate, and by when appropriate, I do mean that I will be forcing you guys to watch Lost with me at some point. Good Times Book Club is something that I'm very excited about because I want to do it a little bit differently than most book clubs that I've seen done. As you might know, I'm very involved in the wildlife and conservation nonfiction book sphere, and I would like to do my part in getting other people to read about our beautiful planet, to bring issues to the forefront, and help us all to get a little more educated on earthly topics. So for book club, I'm going to be doing both fiction and nonfiction books in a 2/3, 1/3 split, aka 1 month per quarter will be dedicated to nonfiction. Tier 2 and above will have access to the fiction months, which includes a live show discussion and voting rights, so we all get to choose the books together. The non-fiction months, 1 per quarter, I want completely devoid of a paywall. I want everyone to be able to join us. I want as many people as possible to be learning about our wildlife and wild spaces. So the non-fiction side of the book club will be totally free. It will still be on the Patreon, but fully able to be accessed by the general public. And I believe the live shows will be public on YouTube. I want everyone to have the opportunity to get excited about caring for the planet. So that is the fun, new, totally free, community-based thing coming to YouTube. So if you're listening through this video, but you don't want to or can't join the Patreon, you can still come over to the Patreon and see the public posts and join in for the nonfiction book club months, while paying absolutely nothing. Tier 2 also eventually might be the home of full movie reactions and annual full album reactions. Eventually. Once I get the tech side figured out and I can coordinate appropriately, it's not happening yet, but the plan is at some point to have some full movie reaction stuff. Tier 3 is for those of you who want to be part of the action. You get voting power on absolutely anything and everything. TBRs, which videos I'm gonna put out on YouTube or on Patreon, what fucking color I dye my hair next, anything. You're basically now an admin of my life. Tier 3 also gets to directly choose what books I'll be reading for a quarterly Patreon chooses what books I'm reading video I'm gonna start on YouTube. Another one I'm excited for, Tier 3 will also have access to monthly book giveaways. I've been getting a lot of ARCs, some of which I simply do not vibe with, and I want to be giving them away to you. I'll be passing on at least 1 book per month, ARCs, but also books I'm unhauling for whatever various reasons. I think you'll be able to input your name if you're interested in this book, and then we'll do like a spinner wheel to see who wins each time. There is a bald eagle flying outside. Holy shit. There's a bald eagle outside of my bedroom right now. Anyway, what was I saying? Book giveaways. Right, at least 1 book per month, probably a few extra during my birthday month and the holidays. And obviously I would be eating the shipping and handling fees. I want to reiterate that you will not be seeing less on BookTube. On the contrary, this will only help YouTube thrive even more, because more financial freedom means more time to read, script, edit, film, and devote more time to the channel overall. And speaking of financial freedom, I want to add a note of transparency because I love it when other YouTubers do this. YouTube barely pays shit. I made $129 in the entire month of July. I've only made around $4,000 in the entire 2.5 years that I've been on YouTube. And the majority of that is from my Taylor Swift video, which I did as an algorithm boost. But it worked, which is why I'm committed to putting out one music-related video per year. I just wanted to give you that little tidbit because I know that there are some people who don't like when creators make Patreons, but as long as it doesn't affect what you're already putting out on YouTube, and as long as you're not lying or taking advantage of people, I think Patreon is a great step for creators to take in regards to their financial freedom. Because really, at the end of the day, how much did I say? Right, $129 a month is not enough to live off of, obviously. I'm also a person who's about to move to a new city to be closer to her neurologist, and neurologists are expensive. So aside from this being a really fun new community that I've been looking forward to cultivating, this is also the step that makes the most sense for me and my well-being. Or if you wanted to come say hi. That being said, please, please, please only come join if you feel passionately about it and you are in the financial place to be able to do this without it affecting your well-being. There are zero expectations here. If you are not in a place financially where you can come join, or if you don't care about the extra stuff and you just want to stay hanging out here on YouTube, that's perfectly fine, and I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that you want to hang out with me in any capacity at all. Also, if you're not vibing with it financially, you could always wait a year, let content build up a bit, join for a month, binge everything, and then leave. Perfectly legal, perfectly acceptable. I believe that's all that there is to say. I love community and I love the people that I've gotten to know on here over the past 2.5 years, and I am hungry for more interaction. Since I started on YouTube, you guys have all shown me so much love and support, and I want to make sure that with this Patreon, you all feel as valued as you make me feel. This is not going to be my space, this is going to be our space together. I think as people, we are better as a collective than as individuals. This space will change and grow over time as we figure out what works and what doesn't. And like I said, there will be a channel in the Discord where you can make suggestions. There's egg. Hold on. What was I saying? There will be a channel in the Discord where you can leave suggestions. I am a people pleaser, so I will be doing whatever I can to make this space the best possible space for all of us involved. And I want to reiterate here to please sign up via web browser so you're not paying more than you have to. Okay, Rosie wants to come in too. Everyone wanted to join for this video, so don't pay extra money straight to Apple. Just don't do it. Sign up via a web browser. Hi. That's all. If I didn't mention it before, the link will be in the description for this brand new Patreon. The Patreon is currently live right now as we speak. Hopefully I will see some of you over there and we can jump right into If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. And I think that's it. I think I've covered all my bases. I don't know, I'm nervous. If I missed anything, let me know, talk to me about it, ask me questions. I'll see you over there on the Patreon, I hope. If you can hear me, if you can read the subtitles, I love you so much. I appreciate you. I hope I see you very soon. I hope we're having a great summer. Okay, I love you, bye. Why am I more nervous to film this video than, oh God. Hi friends, as you might have been able to tell in my comments and in my for a long, no, not a long time. What other types of lime streams. By the time you're seeing there's videos.